Hey scrappers, Moose here. So this video is going to be a repeat, or retake I should say, of a video that I just put out regarding that big lot of silverware that I started putting on eBay. I started dividing up and putting on eBay. So I just put out a video, I guess Monday or yesterday, and one of my subscribers, who's clearly a little bit brighter than I am, pointed out, hey, you've got your buyers' names on the video, which I'm sure they probably don't want. So I took the video down, but I'm filming it again, except this time it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to just basically talk to you about some of the stuff that I put on there. So if you saw from the first video about selling silverware on eBay, I got this huge lot from a church that was having a big yard sale. They were trying to clear out everything that they had in their inventory to make room for more stuff. And at the end of the yard sale, one of the ladies that worked there said, you know, look, we've got all this stuff, it's just not selling, it's not moving, do you want to come get it? So I did. And flipping through the buckets and buckets of silverware, I found a couple of sets that I thought were kind of nice. They were just, you know, 3 or 4 matching pieces. You know, one of them, you know, I washed and put in my work lunchbox because I thought they were kind of cool. But it got me thinking, it got me, you know, just out of curiosity, I looked up on eBay that set, and it was like selling for like $105. It was ridiculous. So I decided to go through all the rest of the silverware. I put up most of it. Some of it I kind of gave up on and just put it in big boxes of, you know, a whole bunch, like 10 pounds of spoons or whatever. But clearly getting more than scrap price, which is the point. And it took me a Sunday afternoon. I put up 70 listings. And it's been 2 weeks now since I put those up, and I just want to go over some of the things that I've sold and how much I got for them, as opposed to, you know, just getting scrap price. And it's amazing with just a little bit of time. It just took an afternoon. I mean, totally worth it. It would take an afternoon to make a fraction of that hauling scrap iron to, you know, the scrapyard. So I sold as a Cutco cake icing spreader for $15. A set of 3 pieces, alright? Dansk Japan stainless flatware. There's a knife, a spoon, and a fork. It sold for $30, alright? Plus shipping. Let's see what else was down here. It's a Present Mount Vernon stainless dinner fork set of 4. I got $10 for. Ralph Lauren silverware. It was 4 pieces. It was 2 knives and 2 forks. I got $12.99 for. Washington Forge stainless china fork and spoon set. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. I got $20 for. A set of vintage high carbon steel knives, like really old Forgecraft stuff. I got $40 for 6 knives. Alright, there was a bunch of Salad Master lids, and Salad Master is a really expensive brand. So far I've sold 2 lids, one for $19.99 and one for $29.99. I found a vintage World War II era U.S. Navy spoon that I sold for $10. I sold a large resale lot of silverware, which is basically one of the, you know, boxes that I just like, I don't feel like sorting through all this. It didn't look very interesting. It was a lot of like unbranded stuff. But I got $17.50 plus shipping for a medium flat rate box full, which is, you know, a lot better than scrap. I would have got, you know, 50 cents for it at the scrapyard. Let's see, there was a Mac Japan kitchen knife. It was a 4-inch blade, sold for $12. Vintage Cutco knife set. I got $50 for it. It was 4 pieces. A rare Saval unique stainless flatware demi-tasse spoon Denmark. I got $12 for it. Now keep in mind that I did spend a few minutes to, you know, kind of look for items like these that have sold on eBay before I posted them. So basically you just read the stuff off the spoon. There's usually markings on it, and you just type that into the search bar and then click sold listings on the side panel, and it'll show you what has sold for those in the past like 30 to 60 days. So I also sold a Dansk Japan artisan set of spoons. So it was 3 tiny spoons for $20. I sold Farberware roller coaster silverware stainless slot, which was 9 pieces for $29.99. Yeah, so that's a good bit of change. So if we do the math, all right. So after doing the math, for like maybe 4 hours of work on a Sunday afternoon, it was raining and wasn't going to do anything anyway. That's the total, $320. All right, and that's not even half of what I have posted. So, is it worth it? Absolutely. And from just the few moments that I had, just the short period of time that I had that first video up about this, I got all kinds of comments from people around the world. There's this one woman in Australia who has had a lot of great luck doing this, and she's gone to the point where she looks for specific brands, so she's learned what to look for. And once you've learned how to, what to look for, there's a lot of money to be made in that. There's another person commented on the video that I just took down, was that some woman was so grateful that she was able to buy a sugar spoon from this woman for $20 for one spoon. Stainless steel, not sterling or anything, right? She paid $20 for it, and it was listed as like a $20 buy it now or best offer, and the woman didn't even offer. She just bought it because it was the piece that she needed to complete a set that her grandmother had, or that was like the one her grandmother had. So people have all kinds of reasons and motives for spending money on these things. So the lesson to learn from this is, just because you don't think it has value, someone out there might, and they'll be willing to pay for it and be grateful. So take a few minutes, try and research what you have. You might be surprised with how much money you can make. So thanks for watching. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you check out my DIY Daddy channel. I've got some new videos coming out on that soon. If you just go into the search bar and type DIY space Daddy, it should bring you right to the channel. And make sure you get everyone you know to subscribe, because if I hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of this year, I have a huge golden giveaway. And I've got another video on my channel to explain that. So check that out, and see you all later.